Well, everyone, here's an update on my broken riser turbo issue. Notice something different about my tractor? It is back to stock. And before I show you everything about my turbo, which broke, right? That's the, I'm not going to try to bury the lead. I want to make sure you know that this is not like me dogging on Hydros Plus. I think Hydros Plus is an amazing company doing amazing things for the John Deere subcompact community. And Kevin, who runs it, is just provides superb customer service, but stuff just happens, right? So let me show you after the last incident I had where my riser broke, okay? Most likely because the bolts backed out. I mean, I thought they were about as tight as you could hope. But anyways, that's what happened. Now here is the replacement riser. And Kevin overnighted this thing to me. So the thickness there, that maybe there actually may have been a good bit of difference. These are the difference between the two. So maybe there was a casting issue with this one. If this had also been really thin or something, maybe something broke. But regardless of what happened, Kevin took care of it, made it right. He overnighted this piece to me, and then he sent me a whole bunch of other components as well. Okay, the next part of this video, even though it's out of order, I just took a bunch of random clips today as I was working, and so I'm going to string them all together with no real editing. But before I get to the disassembly piece and I kind of jump back in time to some of those other video clips, I just want to show you the finished issue here. I took apart this issue here, this turbo here, and a lot of soot, but I think that's normal. This is what this side looks like. A ton of oil in the air fan side, lots of oil in the tube, which you'll see in farther on in the video. There was no boost coming out at all. And anyways, you know what? No real oil in this. This thing is bone dry. Somehow the oil was just getting through the turbo into this assembly here, and then just getting sucked into the engine. Okay. So that's as far as you have to watch if you're hyperactive like me and you don't like long, boring, talky videos, then you can stop right here. But the issue is this part is seized up. I can turn it about this far, and then it won't turn anymore. And so it's just seized up. But my boys who were using the tractor yesterday, and they said all of a sudden at high RPM, it starts blowing a lot of black smoke, and it lost a lot of power. It said it couldn't even get up a basic hill. I don't see, anything disconnected, but I want you to see my tractor at RPMs. This is a 2016, by the way. Everything seems fine, low RPM. By the way, I took out the air filter to make sure that that wasn't the issue. Here we go. No problem. quick updated video. I went ahead, I don't know why I didn't do this before. I pulled the, you know, the air off. And by the way, there was a lot of oil. I've cleaned it all off, but it was a lot of oil dripping in here and all up inside here. I don't know if that's normal. In fact, you can see some there still. Let me shove this cloth here, but there's no boost. No boost. Quick video dismantling my Hydros Plus turbo after it failed. That's kind of a look at the inside. I don't know if that spins yet. I'm going to take a few things apart and then take a look. But I was getting zero boost coming out of here. And so I put my tractor back stock, and now I'm taking the turbo apart. All right, here's the turbo with all the components off. Just the bare turbo. I guess there's really nothing more we can see. So the next thing I'm going to do is try to spin some of these fans. Let me try to spin it with my finger. So this exhaust fan doesn't spin. I mean, I can get it to move ever so slightly, but it is pretty solid in there. So, and I think that's the issue, is just the fan seized up. I just can't really get that thing to spin. Okay, so I took out the screws that hold this piece and nuts and stuff, so we're just going to look at it together because I haven't seen it at all. So much, I don't know if that's normal to have that much oil on the air intake side of this, but here is this side, and it's kind of loose. I don't know if that's normal. I'm filming with one hand here, so it does spin, but look how mangled those fins are. That doesn't look right. I mean, right? I don't think that looks right. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. That's what we're seeing here. And it doesn't really spin. But maybe. It's hard to tell, but I don't think those fins are correct. I think that's mangled pretty bad. All right. Okay, so I took the 4 bolts out of here, these guys over here, and took this apart. And basically, this thing here is stuck. It doesn't. It grinds, and then I can turn it as far as this. It'll go this much, and then this much. And, well, now it's stuck, and so it's bound up real bad. I cannot turn it any. Those are sharp. So something is seized up in the turbo here, and I guess I can take this nut off here, pull this off, and see if maybe that shaft will come out, and I can figure out what's going on with this turbo here. But it is definitely seized up. That's as much as it'll go back and forth. All right. Anyways, it is still very much seized, but I was able to break it loose. And I don't know what you do to take these things apart. Maybe there's some way you hold that shaft and then break this off. So, but I'm not going to fuss with it anymore. That's all I wanted to do was, if it was easy, I would keep taking it apart, but clearly this part here is seized up. If I look inside that hole, I don't see anything there. But again, these fins look, maybe they're normal, but they're razor sharp. And the worst part of it is, again, everything is just seized up. If I go either direction, it spins now. It's like I broke it loose, whatever the issue was. And maybe it's just soot buildup. I really don't know. But it's just, yeah, it's seized up. All right, so I guess I'll get in touch with Kevin, and we'll talk about it. It broke again. This is the second one.